Well, with some help from a few Ender 3 users, 3D print gurus, I still am not up and running, but I am closer to being fully restored. Like I said in my previous video, I did the MKS Gen L motherboard upgrade for the Ender 3. I changed out literally nothing on the printer itself. It was just the display and the main board. I extended the wires right here. These are the extension wires for the motors and the end stops. I go on this in my other video quite a bit, but this is trying to be more compressed here, so you don't see as much, and I got more stuff set up for the shorter video. Anyways, I did a change to temp residency time and the Hysterius. Those are defaulted by 10. I now have them set to 5. What that does is Marlin, when it's trying to print your G code, it's trying to get things set up to go. It monitors the hot end and the bed. If temperature variances are too much, like your temperature is 220 and it drops to 208 to 212 to 215, 220 and back up, and if it does that within a 10-second period, it will not allow the print to go. I don't know how that manifests, what the result is. Is it an error? Is it a straight to finish? I don't know. But a user on Facebook recommended I change that, so I did. No changes to that. Now what I'm trying to print is this simple bed leveling model. I did go in to my printer settings and I killed all the G code. I also went into Octoprint and I also killed all the G code there. Those two shouldn't be conflicting in my mind anyways. I shouldn't have had those repeat codes in these two systems that basically do the same thing. But I'm still getting the same error if I try to print. This is the error right here. So I go from a heated state. This is just where the printer's heating up, in the position of the axis. Come down and it goes changing monitoring state from printing to finishing and finishing to operational. And these few steps there's nothing here to indicate what is going on, what the problem is. It's all about heating up and then jumps to finishing. So maybe there's something in that I'm not seeing in 11 and 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 8. Okay. None of that makes any sense to me. I mean, let me restate that. None of this makes any sense as to why it's not printing. So I'm going to keep testing this, and hopefully somebody can is familiar with the MKS Gen L, the Marlin code, and why the printer will act absolutely normal. If I auto home, it'll work fine. If I bed level, it will work fine. If I want to push out some extrusion, it will work fine. It's just not working to print actually anything. But now, if you haven't watched the other video, what I did was I installed an MKS Gen L simply because I wanted more functionality of the printer. I installed the RipRap Discount Full Graphic Smart Controller, and I extended the ribbon cables. Right now I have the to go from up here to back and down underneath the board. Just a little bit too short, so I could very well just make some really short extensions out of this and try it again. That might be part of the problem. I do have another right there. Right there's another box of those extension cables. I bought two because I was brain farting thinking that was the same setup for this, but it's not. It's totally different. But okay. So if anybody has any clues as what I need to check in the firmware, what I need to change, might change, any suggestions would be much appreciated. I'm getting tired of messing with this upgrade, and I'm very close to returning it all to stock and just not doing it. I don't get it though. I see so many people having farms with the Ender 3. They relocate the electronics. Maybe they're not moving it quite the distance I'm moving it, which I would think that I'm moving it at minimal distance. Really, I'm dropping it 4 inches, 5 inches from where it was to get this thing going. So another thing I'd be half tempted to do would be using land cord, you know, RJ wire, telephone wire, whatever, for the shielding built into the wiring. The twisted pair is a much more secure system. When you start actually getting these straight wire extensions, you do introduce noise into the system. They learned that a long time ago with network wires, that the only way to really do it is to twist them. So that could be part of the problem. I don't think it is, but it could be. I did have to install some capacitors and turn on the end-stop noise filters in Marlin to get it to work. But alright, let me know what you all think. I appreciate it.